Before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everybody that this podcast contains two very pissed-up gays of their opinions, rants and raves in life, and overall explicit content which we know you love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it just like us, and pour another, and let's get this going, and let's read between the wines. Let me see that red wine bottle. Oh, well, this is what we're drinking on this episode, eh?
Voldemort.
I thought Voldemort as well. I literally thought Voldemort as well. Voldemort, I can't fucking say
Voldemorada.
This wine is the one that we not stole. We didn't steal it, did we?
We paid for it.
No, we paid for it, but we took it from the bar last night.
We did.
Because they wanted us to finish. Okay, well, that's what's making me shudder before I start hitting record. Anyway, welcome back.
They're also not sponsoring us, so fuck them.
No, every single wine fucking company that has approached us, when they found out the fucking context of this podcast, they backed out.
Yeah.
So, my voice is really croaky, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's
going to be a really husky episode.
Husky.
Maybe I'll turn some people on. Anyway, we're here, just about.
We are.
Sunday night. We never record on a Sunday, actually, so this is a little bit different.
Indeed.
Super Bowl tonight. Not that I give a flying fuck about the Super Bowl. I really don't care. And the fact that Usher, I'm sure it's Usher, everyone's talking about Usher. Usher is the half-time act, so that's what I'm looking for.
I was surprised, has he got anything new out? It's normally someone a big...
No,
he's a big star, but
he's not that big anymore.
No.
I don't know. Loads of people are excited. I couldn't give a flying fuck. And isn't it 2 a.m. this, our time?
Yeah, it's stupid o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to stay up and watch it.
But when I heard, not that I would stay up to see Usher, but I don't know who currently else they would choose. Is there anyone else?
I don't know. Even someone like Lizzo, I think, would be better than Usher.
Oh, she's been cancelled.
Well, haven't we all? Haven't we all? Anyway, yeah, we're here, and just under 3 weeks to go until our live episode.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which now, as I looked at when I was looking at the calendar today about things that we've got to do in the lead up to this, things that we've ticked off, things that we've still got to do. When I saw it in the calendar and it was 2 weeks and 5 days or something, I started shit myself a little bit.
No, we'd be fine.
I don't doubt we're going to be fine. I can definitely get up in front of an audience, but we've got a lot to plan.
Yeah, we have got a lot to plan.
But it's all under control.
But also we need our lovely listeners to also plan and prepare.
Well, yes, if you have been on our socials, or if you've just been ignoring us, we've probably still been bugging you, but we have sent out, and actually what I think we can do is put the link to this on this.
Absolutely, yeah.
On this week's episode, we can put the link in the bio. We have sent out a request to ask anyone to send in some anonymous stories, or if you don't have to be anonymous, you can be totally who you are. Send in some stories about your confessions, if you've got anything that you're dying to say to someone, any mishaps, sexual mishaps, bedroom mishaps, anything really cringy or embarrassing moments. We are living for it.
We've had some juicy ones already.
Yeah, we have, and the problem with this is what I said to you the other day, or yesterday, whenever it was, I can't fucking remember. We put this out to everyone and we said anonymous stories. Yeah. And one of them that's come in, which I won't talk about on this because you'll have it on the live, was particularly juicy.
Yeah, but we have no idea who it is.
We don't know who it is.
No.
And that really is getting to me because I want to know who the fuck this is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know if they're going to be in the audience for this live episode, or I don't know if, they're not.
Yeah.
But they're probably listening, or they're obviously listening somehow because they've submitted a story.
Yeah, well, hopefully they're there and they can make themselves known to some of us.
Well, yeah, that's the state. It's that, isn't it? It's when you look at you're calling someone's name out, or I said to you the other day, somebody shouted "gay boy" in class once when I was in the closet and I was in school, and I looked straight around because I knew that they were referring to me. So if we read out this person's story and we look in the audience and we can see someone laughing or acting shifty,
yeah,
then we probably know it's you.
True that. True.
However, please continue to bring or send in those stories.
Yes,
because
please do.
We do really want as much audience participation as possible for this live ep.
Yeah.
So if you're there in person, great. If you're not, please just send your stories in anyway, because we would love to read them out.
Absolutely.
And they do drive these podcasts, listening to people's stories, situations, confessions, you name it. We read them out and we love hearing from other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
If anything, it makes you feel like yours ain't as bad sometimes, doesn't it? Usually it's me, I say, I could have wrote this.
I think ours normally pretty are bad, but I don't think we need to worry about that.
Well, no. But anyway, Friday the 1st of March at the Royal George in Soho. If you've been to GAY, you'll know it's literally right next to it.
Exactly.
GAY is not there anymore, but you do know the location probably. So yes, Royal George Soho, 8 p.m. we will start. But please feel free to get there before, during or after.
Yeah.
We're not one of those people that are going to shout people out for coming late.
No.
We will just carry on and we will have a drink with you after.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yes,
Come
please, if you can, Friday the 1st of March at the Royal George in Soho.
Yeah.
So keeping with, podcast talk, it's important to mention that we have been featured on the top 45 gay podcasts in the country this week, and we charted at number 8, which I think is great.
Yeah, really, really good.
So thank you to FeedSpot.
Yes, thanks FeedSpot.
Thank you, FeedSpot, which is ranked by social media followers, traffic and freshness.
Yeah.
So I'm number 8, I think it's good. I mean, we've only been doing this for 5.5 months.
Yeah.
So to get to number 8, I think is amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you, FeedSpot, for featuring us, should I say, and thank you to everybody that listens, because the traffic is because you guys listen to this.
100%.
So please continue to listen to it, because we want to go from 8 to 1.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
That's the plan. But anyway, thank you to FeedSpot for featuring us in their chart.
Absolutely, yeah.
News, we on some newsy bits.
Let's get some news out the way, yeah.
One news story that I saw this week and particularly caught my eye is Spain's first openly LGBTQ plus matador has come out to the world.
Okay.
I didn't realise matadors were in such a toxic anti-LGBTQ plus
Neither did I.
community.
It's quite a masculine, it's quite a gruesome thing anyway, so...
Well, is it though? Because the way they wave that fucking red cloth around, it all seems a little bit suspect and camp to me.
I think I think more the word I was looking for is inhumane to the poor bulls.
Oh, we've all had situations which have been inhumane.
Hey, but when you get that horn...
it's not the first bull I've ridden in the bedroom. But anyway, so his name is Mario Alcalde, I think I said that right, hopefully. And he recently came out as pansexual, and he said within the bullfighting industry, it doesn't give way to anyone to be able to come out. Okay. So he's now came out as this as a pansexual bullfighter, and he's telling the world on social media, and he seems to have gone a bit viral.
Nice.
His other job, he's a baggage handler at the airport. So a very camp side hustle.
Quite contrasting occupations there. But
handling balls to handling suitcases. I mean,
yeah.
But well done to you.
I'm sure there's probably quite a few angry airline customers who probably wants to get his knife out and stab him in the neck wall as well.
They don't have knives,
yeah,
matadors.
They do.
No, they have the little red flag.
Yeah, and they have knives because the aim of it is to kill the bull. So the red flags enrage the bull. They run towards them and they have to stab it.
But I thought matadors were people that rode the bulls.
No.
Oh, they mean have nothing in common.
There's a cowboys.
Oh, I've met a few of those. I thought matadors rode bulls.
No, the matadors are the ones who fight the bullfighters. They're matadors.
Oh, I can't relate then.
Yeah.
I've ridden many a bull. Well, people have... Well, let's not get into this. Oh, that's a shame. I wish I never featured him now.
Oh, well, well done for representing our community.
But don't stab bulls in the head.
Exactly, that's why I was saying it was quite inhumane.
Yeah. I really hope that he gets a lot of grief now at the airport every single day.
He deserves it.
That episode of Airline. Anyway, moving on. So following on from last week's episode where we spoke about slang... Mm-hmm. All sorts of gay and lesbian and LGBTQ plus slang. Can't get my words out today. Pink News have run a story this week giving the insights into the fascinating... What is wrong with my words? Into the fascinating history of lesbian slang, which I thought was quite good.
Okay.
So yeah, they've gave a bit of an insight into lesbian terminology with terms such as stud and STEM explained.
Okay.
Now, I'm very glad that the light is being shining onto all sorts of lesbian and gay slang. I won't go into what they mean, because if you want to know, you got to go to fucking Pink News,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
See, shout out, see, look, Pink News, I'm helping you drive traffic now. Can you do the same, please, and reply to our fucking email? It's literally left us on red.
I know.
Actually, nobody go to Pink News. And
toxic.
Toxic. Nobody go to Pink News. If you want to know what Stead What did I say? Stud and Stem Wars. Just inbox me.
Come along to the Royal George on the 1st of March.
Which will tell you what it is, but we won't quote pink news.
We'll give you little... Oh, we should do little dictionary definition things for... all these little new words and terms. Yeah, but some of the ones we've shared already, some of the ones that, like stud and stem.
Yeah, no one's going to be watching us. They're going to be looking at the fucking words on the... I mean,
give them that beforehand. It's like a pre-read. Like a pre-read.
Anyway, moving on. Brazilian artist Matizai. I hope I say these right. Please don't come for me if I'm saying these names wrong. I'm just not very good at pronouncing stuff. Anyway, this is an artist from Brazil who went viral on Instagram this week, who is a father of a bisexual, non-binary person, and he took it upon himself to build a bisexual chair for people that cannot sit straight. Now, it sounds crazy, but if you go, I can't remember where I saw this, but if you type into Google Brazilian artist bisexual chair and you look at the chair, it is quite impressive. Okay. But it's very bare, crooked and bent, and it's obviously a play on the term that people can't sit straight. But I quite enjoyed it.
Okay. I'm sensing some kind of homophobic undertones to it. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know.
Well, I don't know, because I think their child, they really liked it.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Who are we to
Maybe
judge?
We need more, representation in the furniture industry as we do in the matador world.
Oh, I don't know.
In the bullfighting world.
I'm sure those liberals that we were speaking about last week.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised I had no backlash from last week's episode. No liberals allowed at the podcast. Okay. Come and give us an education. Do you know, it'll end up like a fucking episode of Candace Owens.
Yeah, oh god, it absolutely would.
And Ben Shapiro.
Yeah,
invite a load of fucking
one of
liberals.
those turning point meetings where they
it's
have.
It's going to end up like Question Time, isn't it? It's meant to be a fucking live episode. But yeah, I really hope something scandalous happens in the lead up to this live one, so we can talk about it.
If you're a politician listening now, please cause a scandal so for us to give us plenty of material.
Yeah,
not that we need more.
Have a bestiality affair or something. Something like that.
It's not Black Mirror.
It's like sucking off a pig. Oh, we've all been there. That's not that scandalous. That's just a bad night out. Too many glasses of red. I don't know. Yeah, I hope something fun happens.
Yes, well, I'm sure the universe will deliver.
Is that my chain that I made? Look.
I do, yeah, it's great. Yeah, I noticed that
earlier
on.
It's got a little diamante R on it. It's just my key ring.
Yes. Nice.
It looks very chavvy, doesn't it?
No, it suits you.
No, I want it to be chavvy. Yeah. Looks chavvy. I love it. Put a little R on my look. It's with Mariah as well. Look, it's such a gay outfit.
The George Michael denim.
No, this is Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Not George Michael. This is like Barbie and Ken.
Barbie and Ken. Yes, indeed.
I mean, I haven't got the pink hair anymore, so. But anyway, yes. To summarise, please come down to the Royal George on Friday the 1st of March at 8 p.m. and please send your stories in, give us some juice, fill us up with your juice. We want a mouthful, we want a facial of all your gossip, so we can read it out.
Spray it all over us, baby.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Consider me your cum bucket, audience. God. Don't take that quite literally. I go to the toilet halfway through, I'll be giving lineups.
You did offer my services.
I did offer my services to whoever wanted to come, but I'm starting to regret that a little bit now.
Word will get out.
I better get the antibiotics at the ready. Had the clinic on speed dial. I did a podcast, it's been very messy. Anyway, Valentine's Day is this week.
Yeah, coming around. A couple of days.
I've never, I like the idea of it, but I've never been a massive fan of Valentine's Day. It's always very soppy.
I do feel it's probably a bit commercialised and exploitative.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I was going to say, do you think it's overly romantic day? Or can you hear those dogs barking out there? Do you think it's an overly romantic day, or do you think it's just a load of commercial bullshit?
I think it's mostly commercial bullshit, but I do think that people maybe should be a little bit more romantic more often. Maybe don't just choose the one day of the year to do it.
Well, yeah, that's a good point, actually. And do you know what I can't fucking stand? Is when people get engaged on Valentine's Day. If someone did that for me, or to me,
that's naff.
I would be like, no, fuck off. you can piss off. Actually, I'd end it that day, because don't sit there and propose to me on a day where everyone else is getting proposed to.
Exactly, yeah. No, choose something a bit more original.
I got proposed to, well, years ago when I was with my arsehole ex.
Which
one? I know. Yeah, which one? He took me away to South Africa, and he proposed the day before Valentine's Day, because he knew my views on getting engaged on Valentine's Day. Didn't fucking work either way, did it?
But I don't know. I think Valentine's Day just becomes a bit of a overhyped, like, expectations are set too high.
I wonder how many people get licked out and sucked off on Valentine's Day. I bet there's loads. I wonder if Durex see a increase in sales in the lead up to Valentine's Day.
I've never seen a Durex Valentine's Day advert. They're missing out there.
Are they though, or is it like red washing, shall we call it? Because are they only doing it because it's Valentine's Day? That's like saying when we see Pride things coming around.
I suppose so.
They're just trying to make money from it.
I suppose
But I suppose Valentine's Day is a little bit different. People do it. Florists do it, don't they?
Florists, they make most of their money, I think, nowadays. Florists make most of their money on Valentine's Day, I think I read once. Yeah.
Well, maybe Durex. Maybe just write in, give them your ideas.
I'll pitch them an idea.
Oh God. Well, yes, I expect the sex around the world will be through the roof come Wednesday.
Is it true? No, I don't know why. Is there? I think I'm making this massively up, but if everyone was to have sex all at the same, if every couple in the world had sex at the same time, you'd knock the world out of orbit.
Where the fuck did you hear that? Because that doesn't sound scientific at all.
I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing it for something else. Maybe it's sneezing.
How could... Listen.
Oh, maybe it's sneezing. I think it's sneezing.
Well, I was going to say, like, I'm pretty sure some people like proper bang and some people make sensual love. Like, how can that be measured? Like, sometimes I get railed. Sometimes I just get railed. So it depends on how
well, the force of everyone climaxing together around the world at the same time.
All those donut bumps, like we said in last week's episode.
There we go.
If everyone bumped their donuts together, the world would be out of orbit.
There we go.
Can't help but think that is a bit of a load of bollocks, if I'm honest, but who knows?
No, actually, I think it's more to do with sneezing than anything sex related. But hey, we can hope.
Smashing the world out of orbit, yes. That's what we all need at the moment. Forget world wars and fucking missiles being dropped on everyone and anyone. Let's all just smash.
Yeah, Putin needs a bit more pussy.
Oh my God.
A bit more munt.
As if Russia don't hate us enough. God, I bet he's one of our listeners. I bet he's the one that sent in that thing that we're going to read.
I bet he did, yeah. Dirty bastard.
He's into world domination. Choking of the Western world. And he loves riding horses shirtless. Did you see that fucking picture?
Well, yeah, if that's not a cowboy if ever I've seen one, then I don't know what is.
Oh, Lord. Fucking hell. Anyway, keeping with the Valentines. Oh, yeah. Actually, before I go into it, have you had any Valentine's horror stories, or were you not really, or have not been really a Valentine's-y person?
I've never been in a relationship on Valentine's Day. I was broken up with the day before Valentine's Day.
Sucks to be you. Sorry, like laughing. I really laughed then. Like that was really insensitive.
But it wasn't a big sadness for me, to be honest.
I mean, that's quite considerate not to do it on Valentine's Day. But I went on a date once on Valentine's Day, and I went out with this person. I was also casually seeing another person, and then the third person I was seeing but stopped seeing. Okay. But the kicker of it is, we all work for the same company, so they didn't know. Like, I'm going back years now, but the person that I wasn't with no more, everyone knew about us too. The one that I was casually seeing, nobody knew anything about.
Right.
And then the third one that I went out on a date with didn't know about the other two. And we was in a restaurant, and all of the lights went out, and we were sitting there in pitch black. It was one of the most boring dates I've ever been. But shit came round to bite me in the ass because they all found out, and I got called so many bad named, like, you're a slag. Nowadays, I'd be like, yes, yes. That's a compliment calling me a slag nowadays.
I know,
but
you
back
love it,
then,
yeah.
you were like, you're just a work slag. I was like, yeah, sorry. But yeah, that was my horror story.
Yeah.
Not really anything, like, disastrous.
I do, again, not disastrous, just really dull. I do remember he was an old work colleague of mine, and we were quite good friends, like, and he was trying to raise money for something, and so he decided to, because he seemed to have a lot of, like, single friends, him and his girlfriend at the time, who were raising money, decided to do, like, a speed dating event on Valentine's Day. Now, I hated the idea of, and I still do hate the idea of speed dating events. I think they are terrible. Like, I don't get the point of them. But I was like, oh, I've kind of got to go. Like, I've got to support him. So I went. I did this speed dating event on Valentine's Day, and it is sad. I mean, I was one of them that day, to be fair. But you just get the most, like, sad, lonely, desperate people out on those days.
What do you expect? It's a speed dating event.
I
on Valentine's
know,
Day.
exactly. I mean, I only went because my friend was organising it, but I was like, oh God, like, I can't think of anything worse. I couldn't say no because, like,
You won't catch me going on any speed dating.
no,
Any day, let alone Valentine's Day.
I wouldn't. It's the one and only time I went, and I was just like, oh no, shoot me now.
I just have no time for anything like that. Like, I don't like even like the concept of dating. I don't like it.
Yeah, you've said this.
I hate it. Like, I just think it's bullshit. Like, if I could literally just meet someone that I liked and snap my finger and go to the point where we're either going to make a go of it or we're going to fucking say let's part ways, that would be an ideal world for me. This whole bullshit lead up, like first date, second date, all that shit, I hate.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I agree. It's so much pressure, so much, like, expectation. Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I like being taken out and people spending money on me.
Okay.
But let's not put the word date as a label on it. Just take me out and give me stuff.
Buy you some Bolly and you'll be fine.
Bolly, Louboutins, whatever it is. No, joking, I can buy my own. Every single pair of those shoes that I've had, I've bought myself.
Indeed.
Apart from one. Actually, two. They were exes that bought me those. Anyway, Valentine's, yeah. Well, so yeah, I kind of think it's a bit commercial as well.
Yeah.
I like the idea of, like, showing your affection off to somebody for people to see. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
But the whole notion of, like, a bouquet of roses is like 80 quid when 2 weeks prior to that they'd be about £30. I just think it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But people buy it. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
It's a lucrative industry.
No, exactly, yeah.
Wonder if lube, they should put a little price on the bottle of lube, shouldn't they? That should go up.
Well, yeah. Can you imagine, yeah, if condoms and lube went up in price on that
But
day?
in the gay world, people just use their spit and go
yeah.
bareback. People don't care about stuff like
Reuse
that.
one they used the day before.
Oh my god. Turn it inside out.
I wouldn't put it past some.
Hang it on the peg line outside.
Yeah.
Maybe you could. Wonder if they did. Imagine if they did reusable condoms.
Well, I think like the latex ones we have nowadays, I'm sure back in, like, the very early days of condoms, weren't they cloth? They must have been cloth and reused.
Oh, you must remember that because I'm a lot younger than that. That must be really fucking.
I mean, I don't
painful.
know. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
but
I'm not taking any of your facts tonight as facts. Cloth. Surely that would really hurt.
Maybe not cloth. I don't know, but they must have used something else that because I don't know. Plastic's quite a new thing, or like latex.
I don't know.
Latex is certainly quite new.
When the fuck did condoms come around?
I don't know.
But anyway, you don't catch me putting a cloth condom on.
No.
If that's the case.
No.
I just think that would cause so much chafe.
Friction burns would be through the roof.
Whatever wetness you had would soon be dried. Surely the condom would absorb it, right?
Yeah, that's right. I guess so, yeah. Also, maybe it wouldn't work because with cloth wouldn't it seep through and it probably...
Oh, God. Yeah, well...
Yeah, so it probably wouldn't be very effective anyway, so maybe that's not a thing. Who knows? Maybe I'm just...
Making a load of shit up tonight.
Welcome to my podcast.
Your podcast? Alright, you do your own one then, but I don't want a load of old shit on my... Cloth flavoured, fucking hell. This is a disastrous episode. Cloth condoms wouldn't work.
No, they would not work.
Surely the semen would...
Yeah, seep through and...
Would it?
Well, yeah.
Or would it just like bits of it seep through? I don't know. Would the swimmers actually get through?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I think they would, to a certain degree.
I don't know. I don't care to know, if I'm honest. I don't care to know. Shit up your arse and you won't get pregnant. That's the way to be. Up your bum and no babies. Drinking some of my wine.
Yeah.
What do you think of this one?
It's fine after a few sips. I find it... We've had it a few times because we go to this bar a lot, but I find it hard to drink at first.
Bearable is what we'll call it. Anyway, keeping with the Valentine's theme, we thought we would throw it out to the world and have a little look and a little scan of people's Valentine's stories.
Yeah.
Now, they can be funny, they can be romantic, they can be filthy, or they could just be pure out cringe. Now, I prefer the cringy
pure
ones.
Pure filth, or the pure out filth.
It's always got to be about the filth, hasn't it? It's always got to be about the filth.
Gotta love that filth.
But I thought it might be fun if we could read some out.
Let's go for it. Okay, I'm here for that.
And as always, can we relate?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of disaster. If these are all disasters, I can probably relate to fucking all of them.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So this was submitted by someone called Holly.
Okay.
And she says, this is on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
My boyfriend of 3 years butt dialed me at 1 a.m. and I heard him having sex with another girl. Oh. I eventually found out that they were together behind my back for 6 months and she had no idea about me either.
Oh my God.
Imagine that on Valentine's Eve. I'm assuming that this is like they've been out on a Valentine's evening and then he's gone home and butt dialed her.
Oh my God.
At 1 a.m.
What an asshole.
I mean, well, yeah, that's a cunty thing to do. I have done this. Not on Valentine's Day, but I don't know. I think I spoke about this.
I think you have told the story.
Episodes that I accidentally butt dialed a university friend. I say friend. I'd only known this person for 2 weeks because we were doing a project together in uni, and I butt dialed him, and he heard 40 minutes of me having sex with someone. To this day, we still have never spoke about it, and I don't really speak to him anymore, but we are friends on social media.
Okay.
So the butt dialing thing is easy to do.
It's I don't think I've ever misdialed anyone at any. Not that I've ever gone to sleep with someone else when I've been with a partner either, but.
No, I weren't cheating on anyone. I just butt dialed someone, but it's easily done.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're gonna take someone out and then go home to fuck someone else, put your phone on the fucking...
Especially back in the days when you had actual buttons on phones as well. Did you have a button on a phone or was it an iPhone?
Well, this was recent, so I'm assuming it's an iPhone.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
And then this is a story back in fucking 90s. I doubt it. It's not as easy if it was...
Actually,
with an iPhone, it's really easy.
Yeah, it's really easy to do.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry.
Well, I would have played along with it, and I would have ruined his life.
Gonna burn his house, burn his house down.
But that's shit.
That's terrible. No, fucking scumbag.
So next one says my date actually bought me a whole outfit for Valentine's Day, which I absolutely loved. And it was a white dress, but unfortunately it got ruined by Aunt Flo. Now, I didn't know what Aunt Flo was until I read a little bit more into this, right? So stay with it. He saw the mark forming in the restaurant in front of everyone around us and said, "Really, Hayley, you couldn't have held it in. Guys are fucking jerks." So she got a period on her white
I guess
dress.
that.
Oh, bless. I mean, at least it's red. It's with the theme. Oh, no. Imagine getting a white dress for Valentine's Day.
Also, what kind of idiot thinks you can hold it in?
Well, yeah, that's why she said guys are jerks. Could you hold your period in, please?
What a prick.
It's not like a fart you can hold in, or like you need to go away. Like, these things you can't hold in. But surely also, I'm not like justifying what he's saying here, but surely she must have known that it was coming, or, it was that time of the month. Right? Because...
I mean, if she had the heavy flow, maybe went through any kind of...
Oh, you're suggesting that she's got a sanitary towel on or a tampon?
Yeah.
All right.
Potentially. I don't know. I mean, Holly, my back, tell us.
No, this isn't Holly. That was the previous
Oh,
one.
that was your, sorry.
This one's called Hayley.
Hayley. Okay, close
Holly and Hayley.
But yeah, I don't know. That's shit, and that's a shame.
Talk about bad luck though, being getting a nice white dress
Yeah.
for Valentine's Day and catching your period in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Oh God.
God, that's...
Happened to a friend of mine once, but I didn't have the heart to say anything. We were on a bike, and we were driving on a bike, like not the same bike, but we were driving, and I could see she was in front of me, and all I saw was this big red stain, and I didn't have the heart to say anything. And then my other friend was like, I won't say her name actually, but she was like, "You got your period." It's like all of us. Oh, yeah, that guy needs a lesson in.
He needs to have learned biology a bit better.
He's probably been taking facts from you.
No woman has a period on Valentine's Day.
Very unfortunate, isn't it?
It's really, yeah, that's really unlucky.
I bet he was more furious that he couldn't smash her that night, because if she got unless he doesn't mind period sex. That's becoming more and more of a thing now, I've read.
Well, yeah, apparently so.
People ain't
Why, I don't know.
Well,
but
people ain't as bothered about it anymore as they were back then.
Yeah,
Years ago, like when I'd speak to my friends, the idea of having sex on their period was like, you had to be locked up because that was weird.
Yeah.
Now, so many girls I know that
Really?
say, God, it makes me so horny, and he doesn't care, so we just do it.
Okay.
Well, it's only a bit of blood.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I'm saying this from a point, I'm coming at this from a person that only sleeps with men now.
But then the question would be, if you had sex with a guy and you pulled out and your dick was covered in blood, how would you feel?
I mean, that happens. It's usually shit that it's covered in, isn't it?
I mean, it was just one thing, yeah. Just one thing. Blood would be something else.
Well, I don't know. You probably just smashed a little hard, right?
Maybe.
That's where you're probably using cloth condoms, and it's probably just causing heavy chafe.
You cut through the skin.
Hey, but blood, actually, I wouldn't be horrified if that happened to me. What my first thought would be is, I'm glad I'm taking PrEP.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I'm covered for that.
Yeah.
And I probably would feel really bad that I might have injured someone during the act. So
Well, that's very good.
it happens though, right?
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Yeah, no.
A sex
these
with
things
guys.
happen.
But then the way to solve all this and the way not to worry about it is wear a fucking condom.
And there we go.
There we go. Not cloth ones.
No, exactly.
Go and get your latex ones.
Yeah.
Safe sex is the way forward.
Exactly, yeah. We were talking about this as well earlier, weren't we? Because we were watching that documentary. Maisie.
Fucking good documentary.
It was really good, yeah. But again, obviously, Maisie Trollope, aka Dave.
Oh, I don't remember her name. Evans
remember.
or something. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember what his real name is. Obviously, his partner passed away from AIDS, and you forget about that whole period. But back then,
What a play on words. Just talking about periods. Oh my God, I'm trying to make light of something. You're saying something serious. No, you do forget about it.
Anyway.
But yeah, let's not go deep.
No, let's not go too deep here.
Everything's an innuendo tonight.
That's where bleeding starts.
The next one, and this person said, oh, so this is quite a while ago, but it's obviously a memory that's still ingrained in their head. So they said it was Valentine's Day 2009. Oh, and it's a day that will live in my mind forever. My then boyfriend planned for us to drive to a nearby winery and a tour for dinner, which was lovely.
Good start.
But he invited his mum. To make matters worse, his mother called us to tell us that she was running late and demanded he put me on the phone. I managed a weak hello, and she screeched, I'll be there when I get there. Go and buy him a steak and give him some pussy, and both of you shut up until I get there. I was
yes, Mum.
Worst Valentine's Day ever. Go buy him a steak and give him some pussy. Oh, she'd be a nightmare, wouldn't she? Sounds like something I would do. Oh, God.
I mean, I don't have this experience, but it's reminded me. So when I was a young kid, I went back to my friend's house, and my friend just happened to be a girl, and we sat and we had dinner, and her mum obviously made us dinner to have before my parents picked me up, and made the whole reference to is this your Valentine's dinner? And obviously at that age we were like, oh, God, please, like, get over yourself. But if you're an adult and you have your parents along to a Valentine's Day thing, There's nothing more cringe.
Well, I don't know. She strikes me as the type of person that I wouldn't mind being there. If I'm honest. She sounds like she's a bit fun.
Do you want me to film anything, darling?
Just go and give him a bit of pussy, and I'll be there when I get there. If I was on the other side of the coin, though, and I was her, I probably wouldn't be very happy about that.
Nah, true.
I don't understand why you want to invite his mum to his...
I know, a Valentine's Day thing. I think that's a bit strange.
Maybe she just likes wine.
Yeah,
Just
but
to
still,
invite to a winery.
take her another day. Take her another day. Not with your girlfriend.
Go buy him a steak and give him some pussy. And both of you shut up. She sounds like she's drunk already. Oh, yeah, that is particularly unfortunate.
That's a good story. Good story.
Next one, they've just put the unintentional threesome. So my girlfriend and I came down with really bad flu on Valentine's Day and spent our day puking after having gone to work that day. I still made chocolate dipped strawberries and a really fancy dinner, but neither of us could eat any of it. We went to bed only to be woken up by a guy who had drunkenly made his way into our apartment, butt naked, and decided to piss on our bed with us in it. Oh. Now, I'm going to call bullshit on this one, because I don't believe it. You know, we get these news stories sometimes, we get these, like, personal stories sometimes, and sometimes I believe them, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
There's a lot about this one which I'm finding a little bit
suspect.
How did he get in? And they say,
why would you refer to it as a threesome when he's just woken up and having someone pissing all over?
Well, I think it's just a play on words.
I know, I guess
but
so, yeah.
How did that person get in?
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell me. Sounds like something that would happen?
do think it sounds a bit sus. I don't know. I mean, again, you don't know the living situation. If it was like a block of flats, a halls of residence, a university, maybe. Maybe.
I mean, if that did happen,
there are possibilities where it may happen. But,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
In the gay world, being woken up by a drunken man who's pissing on you probably isn't a bad thing. Lots of gays like that sort of thing. So if this is a straight couple, I could see how that would be quite horrendous. If it was a gay couple, it probably is a threesome.
They'd be living for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like a casual bit of water sports on Valentine's Day. I draw the line at puke, though.
Yeah.
People puke.
There's certain fluids.
Chocolate dipped strawberry. That sounds romantic. And then...
yeah, no, good on for the guy for, like, trying to... I know if you're really ill, that's hard to do, but he made a bit of an effort.
How do we know it's him that made the effort? It might have been her.
It might have been her. I apologise.
Oh, no, he said my girlfriend and I said
yeah.
it is a guy. You're right. Oh, well, good on you for making chocolate dipped strawberries and a fancy dinner, but...
Thought that counts.
The next one says, we've been together for about 5 months and had a whole night planned for me. He had a whole night planned for me. Then, an hour before he was supposed to pick me up, he texted me to break up with me. With my makeup done and my hair curled, I went to his house to give him back his shit and found him in bed with my sister.
Oh my God.
I then took his credit card, went to a fancy restaurant and bought drinks for the whole fucking bar.
Yes. Well done, girl. Well done. That is what you need to do, right? When you've discovered that kind of shit on that day. I don't think it matters, actually, that when you discover that happens, it just shouldn't matter what day it is.
I mean, I would have done more than taking his credit card and bought drinks for the whole bar. I would have doused that flat with petrol and burnt him and my sister to death. That's really shit, though. Like, I'm breaking up with you on Valentine's Day, and he's been railing the sister the whole time. Fuck me.
Yeah.
And this person's actually bolded that part of the writing. I went to his house to give him back his shit and found him in bed with my sister.
Good.
What a slack.
You made the right decision.
Pair of slacks.
Yeah, absolute.
This next one is really short and sweet. And it's called The Lonely Pegasus. And it just says, my boyfriend broke up with me because I wouldn't peg him. Okay. Fair enough.
The Lonely Pegasus. I love the name of the story. The Lonely Pegasus.
He just wanted to be pegged, you know, and if he wants to be pegged and you don't want to do it, then probably isn't a match, is it? So
well, there we go.
It's better to iron those things out at the start,
yeah.
I suppose. I can see Millie thinking, what's pegging? No, I think it's a straight thing, so Millie might know.
Maybe.
I feel like this whole...
I can understand why people might get, like, partners might get a bit funny about that, maybe.
It's just, some guys like it, don't they?
No.
I mean, if he's saying I want you to shove an 8-inch dildo up my arse, then yeah, that's a bit different. But if it's just a tiny little Tiny little bullet.
Yeah, there we go.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Hey.
Unless he's one of those that takes the fist.
Or two.
Or two. Oh, she should have just pegged him, shouldn't she?
Yeah.
It's Valentine's Day. Just peg him.
Live a little.
He just wants to be pegged.
Live a little.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
Slag.
What a fucking bitch. Peg your man, you fucking horrible bitch. Oh my god, there's a mum theme here. So the next one says, once my boyfriend surprised me on Valentine's Day by having a romantic dinner with his mum. Then, as a gift, he gave me an unwrapped wooden duck with dust on it, which he'd obviously just grabbed off a shelf at his parents'. And she said she ends it. He was 26 years old, by the way.
Oh my god.
It's a dinner with her mum, and then she just got a rusty old duck.
Do better.
Fucking hell.
Do better.
I'd be like, why get me duck? Why you get me a duck?
Just don't bother. Just don't bother getting a gift if that's what you're going to give someone.
But what made him think in the whole house, if he's getting something from his parents' house, out of the whole house, surely, like, his mum could have had some perfume upstairs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or anything. But if he got the wooden duck off of the side to give it to her, I would have left.
Yeah, that's just weird. That's not a romantic gift in any way. If you're going to buy gifts on Valentine's Day, make it a little bit romantic.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You know, when you read these stories out, it does like, make you feel better about life, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Next one. So he or she... Oh, no, this is a guy. It's a guy called Jake.
Okay, Jake.
So he said, on Valentine's Day, in my final year of college, my mum decided it would be a good idea to invite the extended family over. What a weird, like, just side note, on Valentine's Day. That's really weird, isn't it? Her cousin had just gotten divorced, and somehow both the cousin and the ex showed up to the house.
Oh, my God.
Cue the stiffest family gathering you could ever ask for. That sounds a bit sexy, don't it? You could seriously feel the tension through the whole house.
Who invited the ex, though?
I don't know. Maybe they were family, like, you know, some families all still, regardless of the...
Oh, inbreds.
Break. No, not inbreds.
Oh.
Just some people break up and can still be friends. That don't mean they're inbreds.
Oh, I thought they were like cousins or something, shagging each other.
Well, I was hoping not. Anyway, after we just offended this Jake, sorry Jake, the surreal nightmare actually culminated in me clogging the toilet. So he's obviously had a big shit, which caused the pipe to burst, which caused a massive leak about 5 feet from where everyone was sitting eating cheese at the dinner table. So not only did it was a stiff, awkward family gathering, he had a shit, clogged the toilet, and then the pipe burst.
Quite literally a
shit show. Exactly. That's what I thought. Fucking hell. I don't think that's necessarily a disaster. I think that's quite hilarious. But that's just bad luck.
I mean, I wouldn't like to be involved in that situation, but looking back on it, it's kind of quite funny.
You'd be mortified though.
Oh, you'd be... Yeah, absolutely.
If you ever clogged the toilet, you'd be mortified.
I mean, to be fair, I guess it broke the tension of having, an ex there, to be honest.
But they're eating cheese as well.
Oh, I don't think at that point it doesn't really matter what you're eating. You could be eating foie gras for like a...
Say that again.
Foie gras.
Say it again.
Foie gras.
You can't say it, can you? I'm not even going to pretend to know what that fucking means. Tell me what it means then. That's your cue to tell me what it means.
It's like
No, this is how working class I am. I don't know what these sort of things are. Is it fancy?
It's like a duck liver pate, isn't it? Something like basically.
Oh, I've had that. I had that. I think when I was in Chamonix.
Yeah, but it's really again. I think this whole episode is a little bit inhumane because it's done quite gruesomely to ducks or geese as well.
I have had that when I was skiing.
I don't think I've
once.
ever tried it. No.
Oh, anyway, that's made me feel a bit sick.
But the shit show, fine.
Yeah. Like a bit of shit, don't bother me, but fancy
bit of shit and blood, whatever, but oh.
So this next one says, I've been dating this girl for about 3 months. It was Valentine's, and she insisted on a specific restaurant at a specific time.
Okay.
I made the reservation at the specific time, specific day, and we went. Well, her ex was there with a new lady, and I didn't know this, but her ex and I looked very similar. The lady had a fucking type. Long story short, she wanted to make said ex jealous, and it worked. We broke up at the restaurant, and I found out 2 weeks later they were back together. I hope they're well. It says, how dignified of you. I've done that though. I've done not to that extent, but I've loved it when I've been out with someone and I've seen an ex in the same place.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That happened at Mighty Hoopla. I went there for work, and my ex was there, and there was a guy there that I hooked up with quite a few times on the sly.
Yeah.
And I couldn't resist. Like my ex walked past, and I just pounced on this guy, necked off of him. Ended up going home with my ex that night though, so this is what I mean. This sort of story I can fucking believe it. Oh, that's fucking horrible. To get caught in the crossfire of that though is not nice.
Yeah. I guess it's that kind of dating rule, don't talk about your exes, and that should also apply when you're going out with someone new. And
it's hard for me. That sort of rule doesn't apply for me because all I want to do is slag them off.
True, I guess so, yeah.
I could see a blue sky. My ex loved a blue sky. Do you know what he fucking did? Fucking hell. I love slagging them off. This next one is a really... Oh my God, I've just read this one.
Okay, go on then, let's see this one.
Imagine, let me set the scene. This one's anonymous. It literally says anonymous. Setting the scene. You're just seeing someone new. He's really good looking, really handsome. You think, oh, I'm struck gold here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Valentine's Day as well. It's all going well. He's fit. He's good. He's sexy. He dresses nice. And then cut to Valentine's Day. He gave me his clean STI test on Valentine's Day. We lasted a month. Imagine that as a present. He gave you your clean test. Here you go. Happy Valentine's. I would go fucking mental.
Wait, I don't understand that.
He gave him a clean STI test on Valentine's Day.
I see. Oh, I thought I was thinking test results.
It is test results.
But still, yeah, that's not a thing to do.
Oh, let's move on because you've put a downer on that one now. So
that's really not a thing to do on any day.
Next one. I've broken up with someone on Valentine's Day, which also happens to be my birthday. The reason for the breakup was because I was gaining too much weight. I was obviously devastated. I remember my mum taking me to see a slasher movie and I was crying the whole time. She tried her best. That's really horrible. To break up with anyone on Valentine's Day is not nice, and let alone to comment on someone's weight.
Yeah, not at all. That's unacceptable.
That's really shit.
Yeah.
And do you know what? If someone's going to do that to you, then they're probably not right for you anyway.
No, absolutely.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
If they're going to break up with you for that, fuck them. I'd say, I can gain weight, so what? I'll lose weight. You're still an ugly fucking cunt.
Exactly.
Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I do feel sorry
awful.
for that. That's not nice at all.
As I said, I got broken up with on the day before Valentine's Day, but it's not.
That's shit. Anyway, the next one. He showed up at work with some raggedy flowers that he bought from a seller on the street corner and a card from a liquor store that called me a friend after a year together. Found out 3 years later that I was not the only girlfriend. He did me a huge favour when he married someone else while I was away and arranged for my parents to break the news to me. Oh, I mean, so again, it goes back to it. If he's that type of person, and you don't need that type of person in your life.
No, exactly, yeah.
They sign their name, Wilted Flowers. I love that they call it raggedy flowers.
As much as I don't buy into the whole commercialness of Valentine's Day, it doesn't give you an excuse to be an arsehole.
Oh, well, there are arseholes out there, unfortunately.
There are arseholes out there. Many, too many.
This is by Jess. She says, in college, my boyfriend drove me to McDonald's where he put my present, which was a charm bracelet, in my McNuggets box. And she just wrote, I should have known then. I know someone that proposed to their girlfriend. This isn't a friend, but I did work with this person many years ago, when we was in our late teens. And he got engaged to his girlfriend, and he cooked her a roast dinner, and he put the ring on a pig in blanket. Now, what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a bit weird. Because... was it a Christmas?
I don't know if it was Christmas.
Pigs and blankets are always a Christmas thing.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a really nice idea.
I would have left.
Yeah.
I would have gone. I would be put my fucking ring on. I wouldn't even want that ring on my finger now.
I am a food as
I mean,
well.
he was a greasy, horrible person anyway, so I don't think it would have made a difference. Next one. I went out with the lads last year as we were all single, and it was a really good night until I come home and found my parents bent over the kitchen table on Valentine's Day, and no, they weren't eating. I was scarred for life. That was Ben. He went home and saw his mum getting railed in the kitchen. Oh. Valentine's Day as well. Well, he should have known. I mean, if you're single and you're going out with your friends.
Valentine's Day is for mums and dads as well.
Oh, so he just wrote scarred for life.
I'm not surprised. Bloody hell.
Ben,
Oh,
poor Ben.
Sorry, Ben. I hope your future Valentines became much better.
And if you're going to do that, send a text to your parents to let them know you're coming home.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? This one's from Jodie, and she says, as a treat, I dressed up as a sexy policewoman for Valentine's Day, complete with handcuffs and a plastic gun. I tied my boyfriend up on the bed, then jokingly shot him, thinking it was a gun would just make a sound. Nope, it contains an actual plastic pellet that don't hurt much unless they hit your bare ball sack. I'll never forget his howl and the lack of sex after. Oh, imagine the pain.
Oh my God.
Imagine the pain.
Oh, Jodie. Oh, Jodie.
She shot his ball bags. Oh, yeah, that would put a downer on the sex life.
Again, really, kind of a nice idea, I suppose, but execution was not.
Next one. So my boyfriend made me an amazing Valentine's meal, completely from scratch. Later, getting jiggy, he put his fingers in me. I started to feel a horrendous burning sensation down there. Turns out he forgot to wash his hands after chopping raw chilies. I spent the night with nothing more than a cold flannel between my legs on my fanny. That was from Erin.
Oh my God.
Oh, imagine chopping up chilies and then sticking your fingers in someone.
I mean, I've had the misfortune of putting it on my eye, and I know how much that hurts, but I can't even begin to imagine how much it must hurt down there.
Fire, Fanny.
Oh,
poor Erin.
Oh.
Why did he not wash his hands? I mean, I can't even imagine how that would hurt because I don't have a vagina.
No.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, that sounds awful. Oh, Erin.
Poor Erin. Anyway, yeah, that is unfortunate. Next one says, my boyfriend said I love you for the first time on Valentine's Day while we were having sex. Romantic? Absolutely not. He prefaced it with a I love, insert best friend's name here. Turns out he wanted to soften the blow by saying those ever important words, and it certainly softened something, alright?
Fucking hell.
I'm assuming this is a gay couple here.
Yeah.
But imagine that, they're trying to say I love you, but then saying your best friend's name instead.
That's...
I've said someone else's name in the bedroom before, and I never heard the last of it. Like, my partner at the time was fucking furious.
Yeah, I would.
And quite rightly so as well.
I
But,
wouldn't.
like, fuck that. Especially on Valentine's Day. Yeah, it softened the blow. Definitely softened something, alright, I can imagine. This is a gay couple. It's a gay couple.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Not good.
Next one. I was casually seeing this guy and we decided to spend Valentine's Day together. We had a really nice evening that ended in us doing the deed. After, he turned to me and said, I really fancy someone. I thought he was being all coy and he was referring to me, so with a silly smile on my face, I said, oh yeah, who? And he replied, his name's Nick. My name is not Nick.
Oh no. Oh.
Well, I mean, they're not a couple, so maybe, like, I could get it, but again, on Valentine's Day, that's really horrible.
Yeah, that's really horrible.
I'd punch him straight in the face. You literally just you just nutted in me, and now you're telling me you like this Nick? Oh, fuck it out.
No, that's not okay. Not okay.
Some of these are just, like, so to the point. Carly says, I was sidelined during a Valentine's Day threesome. Oh, she was pulled to the side. Oh, well, you shouldn't be having threesomes then, Carly.
No.
Do the deed with one person.
Yeah, exactly.
Next one. My boyfriend of 3 years... Oh, we've said this one. My boyfriend... The butt-dialed one. Oh, the butt-dialed one. Well, that's it for Valentine's Day.
I don't know.
Stories.
There's just... I'm sure there's some really nice stories out there about Valentine's Day.
Well, I'm sure there's loads of, like...
Yeah.
Well, there is. There's loads of positive, romantic stories. But they just don't make the cut, do
No,
they?
they don't. No, because we don't hear those.
We love to hear the disastrous ones.
Yeah, you're watching your mum and dad railing each other, and I think that's my favourite.
What, being round by mum and dad? I prefer the red hot chili fingers.
Oh, there's some good ones. There's some good ones. Taking your mum and saying, just give him some pussy and a steak.
lot of holy parents in this.
It's a lot
stories.
of holy parents. Hey, Valentine's Day is for parents too.
Well, yeah, you just don't want to catch them in the act there, do
No,
you?
no, exactly.
How would you feel if you went home and saw your mum being railed by a bloke?
I would literally be throwing up for weeks.
First thing I'd do is run upstairs and make sure she ain't using my fucking sex toys. We all know she loves to drive in that Quality Street tin. If mum was being railed downstairs, I'd have to go run upstairs and make sure I can't borrow none of my stuff. That's all I've got to say. Anyway, we love the stories. We do. We love reading other people's misfortunes out, which sounds really horrible, but it's the truth. So please continue to submit stories. Or if you don't want to submit them to us, just post them on forums and stuff like that so we can find them.
Absolutely.
And remember, please, in just under 3 weeks' time, we will be reading some out as well, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, we can't wait for it. We hope you can't wait either.
So just a reminder, because we've not already said it enough, for fuck's sake, that on the 1st of March, 8 p.m, which is a Friday, the Royal George Soho, right next to where GAY used to be. Please come and join in the fun. Come and watch us do it live. Yep. It is better in person, we promise. There will be wine there for everyone. What would a Read Between the Wines podcast be without personalised wine?
Indeed, yeah.
So we'll have our own juice ready to fill you up in.
Exactly.
Yes, please come and drink our juice. You know.
Enough to go around for everyone.
I mean, let's face it, there's probably half of the people in there have drunk my juice. I've got to work out a table plan to make sure they don't sit at the same table. But yes, as always, we will be back next week.
We will.
With some, probably some smut, probably some filth. Please enjoy your Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I really hope that most of you have a disastrous one so we can read all these stories out again. Maybe we'll do a post episode.
Maybe. Yeah, wash your hands. Make sure your parents are notified where you are.
Don't wear cloth condoms. Wear latex condoms. Wash your hands. Send your parents a text before you go home.
Yeah, and put your phone on the side and don't leave it in your pocket when you're fucking a different girl.
And remember not to say someone else's name. Okay? There's our top tips for Valentine's Day. We will leave you with that. As always, we appreciate everyone. Please like, share, subscribe. We are on all platforms. Amazon Prime, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, XYZ, loads. Everywhere. You'll find us everywhere now.
Indeed.
And please head over to Feedspot, where you will see us at number 8.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the top 45 gay podcasts to look out for.
That's right, yeah.
So yeah, on that note, we shall bid a farewell.
Yeah, thanks very much.
And we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.